I love mankind, it's people I can't stand. Jogging is very beneficial, it's good for your legs and your feet, it's also very good for the ground, it makes it feel needed. Exercise is a dirty word, every time I hear it I wash my mouth out with chocolate. All you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. Try not to have a good time, this was supposed to be educational. A whole stack of memories never equals one little hope. All his life he tried to be a good person many times, however, he failed for, after all, he was only human, he wasn't a dog. I don't think God wants to be worshipped, I think the only pure worship of God is by loving one another, and I think all other forms of worship became a substitute for the love that we should show one another. That's the secret to life, replace one worry with another. Christmas is doing a little something extra for someone. My life has no purpose, no direction, no aim, no meaning, and yet I'm happy, I can't figure it out, what am I doing right? Decorate your home, it gives the illusion that your life is more interesting than it is. Don't worry about the world coming to an end today, it is already tomorrow in Australia. Learn from yesterday, live for today, look to tomorrow, and rest this afternoon. Life is like an ice cream cone, you have to lick it one day at a time. Life is like a 10-speed bicycle, most of us have gears we never use. In the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. I think I've discovered the secret of life, you just hang around until you get used to it. Nothing tastes out of peanut butter quite like unrequited love. Happiness is a warm puppy. Happiness is waking up, looking at the clock, and finding that you still have 2 hours left to sleep. Sometimes I lie awake at night and I ask, is life a multiple choice test or is it a true or false test? Then a voice comes to me out of the dark and says, we hate to tell you this, but life is a 1,000-word essay. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, but it sure makes the rest of you lonely. Be yourself, no one can say you're doing it wrong. There are 3 things I have learned never to discuss with people: religion, politics, and the great pumpkin. If I were allowed to present a gift to the next generation, it would be the ability for each individual to learn to laugh at himself. No problem is so formidable that you can't walk away from it. The way I see it, it doesn't matter what you believe, just so you're sincere. Just remember, when you're over the hill, you begin to pick up speed. Just thinking about a friend makes you want to do a happy dance, because a friend is someone who loves you despite your faults. No problem is too big to run away from. A cartoonist is someone who has to draw the same thing every day without repeating himself. I think I've discovered the secret of life, you just hang around until you get used to it. Love is not being able to live without someone, but thinking about them often. I never made a mistake in my life, at least, never one that I couldn't explain away afterward. I've developed a new philosophy. I'm only going to dread one day at a time. The best way to keep children at home is to make the home atmosphere pleasant and let the air out of the tires. My life has no purpose, no direction, no aim, no meaning, and yet I'm happy. I can't figure it out. What am I doing right? In life, it's not where you go, it's who you travel with. I love mankind, it's people I can't stand. Worrying won't stop the bad stuff from happening, it just stops you from enjoying the good. There's a difference between a philosophy and a bumper sticker. The world is filled with violence. Because criminals carry guns, we decent law-abiding citizens should also have guns. Otherwise, they will win and the decent people will lose. I dread appearing before a group of people as if I knew what they were talking about. The best way to get most husbands to do something is to suggest that perhaps they're too old to do it. We all have our problems, our issues, our demons. I feel that if someone tells you to shut up, then they are not interested in what you have to say. In life, it's not the big things that count, but the little things that make a difference. Sometimes I lie awake at night and ask, why me? Then a voice answers, nothing personal, your name just happened to come up. The best things in life are expensive. I have a naturally suspicious nature. Love is not a feeling of happiness. Love is a willingness to sacrifice. I've been kissed by a dog. I have dog germs. Get hot water. Get some disinfectant. Get some iodine. I never made a mistake in my life. I thought I did once, but I was wrong. I have a dread of getting rich. I don't want to get rich. It's only the money I'm after. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. I don't know the key to success, But the key to failure is trying to please everybody. I suppose that's one of the ironies of life, doing the wrong thing at the right moment. There's nothing like unrequited love to ruin a good meal. I'm not much on rear window ethics. I mean, what's right and wrong when it's somebody else's window? I can't remember if I'm the good twin or the evil twin. I'm not much for making speeches. If I have to make a speech, I'll talk about myself. It's not what we have, but who we have in our lives that matters. I'm afraid to be happy because something bad always happens whenever I get too happy. I'm not dumb. I just have a command of thoroughly useless information. I think I'm quite ready for another adventure. I'm always there for you. Except when I'm not. I've never seen a monument erected to a pessimist. I think I'm in the wrong building. All my life, I've never been able to get up and go to work. I always need an hour to sit around and think about things first. A whole stack of memories never equals one little hope.